La 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 Kannari na.
Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome for to the online class. Already in the previous class, we come to know the medieval India and the political transition. In that, we have discussed about the Rajputs and the Turks, how they entered into the India, and what are all the impact of the Turks attack on India, that we have already clearly understood. So today in the class we are going to discuss about the Delhi Sultans. Who were the Delhi Sultans? How long they ruled India under their control? What made them to settle permanently in India? And during their period, how many rulers were there? How many dynasties were there? So what were the rulers' achievement? What were their contribution to the field of art, architecture and the administration? So that all today we are going to discuss very detail in this class. My dear students, already we come to know comparing to the Muhammad Ghazni and Muhammad Ghor invention, the Muhammad Ghor inventions are positively impact on India, because Muhammad Ghor, what he had done, he made permanent settlement of Islam empire in India to look after whichever the forts he conquered and which are the territories he added for to the Peshawar, and to look after that whom he appointed and went back for to the Afghanistan. That I told you, his name known as a Qutbuddin Aibak. He was a slave of Muhammad Ghor, and when Muhammad Ghor went to the Afghanistan, there unfortunately he was murdered. Soon the death of the Muhammad Ghori, the slave who appointed in India to look after the Muhammad Ghor territories as a representative, he declared himself as the king of the Delhi. From there onwards, so the Delhi Sultan's rule began in India from 1262 up to 1530. More than 350 years the Delhi Sultans ruled, making Delhi as their capital, and 5 dynasties ruled in the Delhi Sultans. The first one is Slave, second one is Khilji, third one is Tughlaq, fourth one is Sayyid, and the fifth one is Lodi. Like this, 5 dynasties from 1262 up to 1530, they ruled India under their control. So who were the first among the Delhi Sultans? I told you, so the slave dynasty. So now let us discuss about the slave dynasty rulers. How many of them made a greater achievement to develop in the initial stage of the Delhi Sultan's kingdom? So I told you, the military general of the Turks in India, he was a Qutbuddin Aibak, and he was also a slave dynasty founder. The rule of Turk, which started by Aibak, continued by 5 dynasties until the arrival of the Mughals, means up to 1530. So now we are going to discuss about the slave dynasty. Another one name for to the slave dynasty which is very popular in India, it is called as Ghulam dynasty. All the people who succeeded by Muhammad Ghori in all the places conquered by him in India were his slaves. Qutbuddin Aibak, who established Turk rule in Delhi, was also the slave of the Muhammad Ghor. His successors were also slaves, hence their rule is termed as a Ghulam dynasty rule. Apart from Aibak, Iltutmish, Rajia Sultan, Balban are the important in the Ghulam dynasty. Now we are going to discuss about the Qutbuddin Aibak. So the Qutbuddin Aibak rule start from 1262 up to 1210. Means 4 years he became a Sultan of Delhi and made some achievement for the initial establishment of the slave dynasty. He laid the strong foundation for the rule of Delhi sultans, and he also come to a clash with the Turks to a Kaji of Nishapur as a slave by his guardian. Aibak received education in Arabic and Persian languages and was also trained in archery, horse riding, soldiering. Muhammad Gori was the governor of Ghazni. He was purchased the Muhammad Aibak while seeing his all, so the external talent as a soldier. When he purchased him and he became a slave of an Muhammad Gor. Qutbuddin Aibak. He became the overseer of attacks on India after the second battle of Tarain. The role played by the Qutbuddin Aibak in the second Tarain war when Prithviraj Chauhan was arrested by Muhammad Gor. So there was a major role to defeat the Prithviraj Chauhan. It was took by the Qutbuddin Aibak, and the Qutbuddin Aibak became very close to the Muhammad Gor in the battle of second Tarain, and he appointed the Qutbuddin Aibak as a military general. And when he went back for to Ane, so the Afghanistan, he made Aibak to look after the representative of the Muhammad Gor. Aibak built a Quwat Islam Mosque in Delhi. He also started building Qutub Minar, but it was not completed during the time of Qutbuddin Aibak. And scholars like Nizami and Faqih Mudabir were in his court. A work named Tuzal Mazir provides information about the Aibak. Now, after the death of the Qutbuddin Aibak, while Qutbuddin Aibak was playing the polo, he fell down from the horse. In the pain, he did not got proper medicine and he was died. Soon after the death, after the Qutbuddin Aibak, again his slave Iltutmish came to a rule, and he was the second ruler of the Ghulam dynasty. The Ghazni king Tajuddin Eldoj and the Sind Nasiruddin Kabach could not tolerate the ascendance of Iltutmish as the Sultan. So they started to make a revolt against with him. So revolt means the Balike. Iltutmish defeated them and then conquered Ranthambore, Mandor, Gwalior, Bilsa, Ajmer, Banaras and Kanauj. Mongolians started to invade for the first time under the leadership of Chengiz Khan while the Iltutmish was ruling. Iltutmish made them to retreat successfully. This achievement of Iltutmish made the Caliph of Baghdad to send a letter for his court bestowing administration power. The title got by the Caliph of Baghdad. Iltutmish divided his kingdom into a Iktas. Iktas means what here? Provinces, Prantyagalu, and appointed Iktadars. So Prantiya Adhikarigalu, and to run administration. So he appointed a group of 40 Sardars to advise him in administration. 40 ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಒಂದು ಸಭೆಯನ್ನು ಏರ್ಪಾಡು ಮಾಡಿ they want to help for the king in administration. The prime minister and the judges used to advise him. The Iltutmish brought 2 gold coins in a circulation and silver coins. He implemented another work which was incompleted by the time of Qutbuddin Aibak. It was Qutub Minar, and he finished that Qutub Minar building during his administration. But soon after the Iltutmish, one lady who looked after the administration of Delhi, her name known as a Rajia Sultana. Sultana means it is a female gender. So Rajia Sultana was a son, but soon after the Iltutmish, his son Rukuddin Firoz Shah was incompetent because he was always enjoying his life. He did not look after the administration properly. So while day by day administration became very weak, as a sister of Ane Rukuddin Firoz, she could not see the kingdom that it was going to be devastating. So she took the administration power as a Sultan of Delhi, and she earned the title and started to face battles dressing as a man, and she established her rule from Sindh to Bengal. The provincial officials who were unable to tolerate her rule revolted and killed her. She is the first woman in the India who look after the administration of the Delhi. After the Rajia Sultan, one more famous among the Ghulam dynasty ruler, his name known as Balban, came to a power. He was a slave under the Iltutmish in a Turkish slaves, and he was very loyal and intelligent and in a having good qualities of administration. So he looked after the Delhi Sultan's administration under the time of Rajia Sultan, and soon after her death, so he came into a power because he was working as a Amir-e-Shekar, means he was appointed as a Sardar. The Turkish Sardar supported him to become a political strong, and death after the Rajia Sultan, Balban became a powerful, so the among the Turkish slaves, and he considered as a Sultan. Balban controlled the misrule of disobeying many Turkish Sardars to the Sultan. He destroyed Turkish Sardar evil force. He cancelled 40 ministers who were appointed during the time of Iltutmish. He started to re-change in the administration. The Mongolian attack and ensured peace and order in his kingdom. He implemented various equities and initiated various tradition in his court. Means he brought a lot of changes in a administration. He wore a Persian style of dresses. While he was coming for to the Darbar, he was becoming like a god. So they want to make the people to accept him as a god. This kind of so the Persian style of dresses he started to wear, and he rebuilt his army with the support of able military generals in order to control the Mongolian attacks. He built a forts in the northwest of India. That's why he was very famous. The efficient administrator Balban, who was succeeded by his Kaikub, he was unable to look after the administration of the Delhi slave dynasty after the death of the Balban. So he was murdered by his ministers, means wazir. With this, the slave dynasty was ended. So means how many rulers ruled the slave dynasty? 4, but a very important development of the Delhi Sultans among the slave dynasty took by the support of the slave dynasty rulers itself. Now we are going to discuss about one more dynasty which ruled. So the Delhi as a sultans, they are known as a Khilji dynasty. Among the Khilji dynasty, so some rulers are very famous. So they ruled Delhi as a capital from 1290 to 1320 century. The founder of Khilji dynasty was Jalaluddin Firoj Khilji. During his rule, what happened? He started to administrate the Delhi under his control. As a result, many Sardars who were making competition to become a Delhi Sultan, they were all defeated by Jalaluddin and become a strong. Politically, he defeated all the Sardars and took administration of the Delhi under his control. And later, his administration started to become very strong by the support of his brother's son, his name known as Alauddin Khilji. He grew up under the protection of Jalaluddin during his childhood days. He was a very good warrior and served as the governor during the time of Jalaluddin Khilji. He was a military general in the Devagiri. He invaded Malwa, Bilwa, Devagiri and plundered lot of wealth. He killed his guide and mentor Jalaluddin. Guide and mentor means what? His uncle itself, who supported him to become a very good the soldier. Thus, while he went for to bring a lot of wealth from his inventions, Thus he come to know that if he started to work under the Jalaluddin, so his name or fame will not become very popular. So he murdered his uncle Jalaluddin and took the power of Delhi under his control. But actually the Alauddin Khilji was a very good administrator. He brought a lot of changes in the administration during his reign in the Delhi. Alauddin traveled to attack Mongolians. He defeated the Rajput king Karnadeva II of a Vegala dynasty, Amiradeva of Ranthambore and Bhim Singh of Chittor. Apart from this, he conquered Malwa, Jalore, Bundi, Mandor and Tonk. Like this, many of the places were added by the Alauddin Khilji during the time of his reign. So he is all successful. So the campaigns were not conducted only by himself. He appointed one of a military commander who supported entire. When he took the administration concentration under his control, the military administration was under the one of the officer. His name known as a military general Malik Kafur. This Malik Kafur, instead of Muhammad Alauddin Khilji, so he took the military administration, he took the campaigns responsibility and conducted campaigns not only in North India, he went for to the South India and he attacked on the 4 important dynasties during the time of 12th century in South India. They were Devagiri, Varangal, Dwarasamudra and the Madurai. So these all 4 dynasty rulers, kings, they suppressed by the attacks of Malik Kafur by attacking and conquering most of the wealth he brought and so distributed for the Alauddin Khilji. So due to that, Alauddin Khilji used that wealth for the development of a Delhi administration. But later what happened? After the when day by day the Alauddin Khilji become old, so to look after the administration, he appointed one of his third son, Qutbuddin Mubarak, but he ruled for 40 years, but he was murdered by the soldier of Khusru, later Ghazni Malik, means Ghiyazuddin Tughlaq, when he defeated and killed the Qutbuddin Mubarak, and he established one more dynasty, that dynasty known as a Tughlaq dynasty. My dear students, about the Tughlaq dynasty and the contribution of Alauddin Khilji administration, whatever all the changes he brought, that all we are going to discuss in the next class. Keep watching. If you have any doubt regarding to the explained topic, so question and send me to your doubts. I will respond to your answers. Keep watching. Goodbye.